Didn't start.
Oh, there we go. Shh!
Oh,
You
okay.
didn't hear that? Shh, 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 shh. I've got an intro ready. I'm just waiting for the thing to come up so I can do it really professional.
It's already ready.
Shh! Professionalism begins in three, two, one. Come on, get the F1 thing up. There we go. Well, that intro went well. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Shanghai International Circuit in the municipality of Shanghai, situated in Jiading, China. This 5.4 kilometer, 3.3 mile circuit, 16 turns as well, was once home to nothing but swamps and marshes. But today, it is alive with the sounds of V6 hybrid engines. This is Formula One. This is the Chinese Grand Prix. Well, my name is Soup, and alongside me in the commentary box is, of course, Mr. Evil Dragon.
Indeed. Hello, everyone, and welcome back here to a very cloudy day here, actually, in the middle of China. As you said, it used to be a swampland, built in 2004, if I'm not correct, Len, by the great Hermann Tilke, designed one of the
Yes.
great tracks there indeed. One of the few tracks from Hermann Tilke that actually remained for more than 10 years so far, of course. The other track from 2004, Bahrain International Circuit in Sakhir, is another key reminder here, isn't it?
Indeed, it is Hermann Tilke, one of the greatest of our generation, to be designing those tracks. This of course includes one of his trademarks. You know, a big long straight with a tight hairpin at the end of it. That was one of his trademarks when it came to him designing tracks. And yeah, qualifying is just underway. This is short qualifying, of course, so there is no Q1, Q2, Q3. But indeed, I heard you mention that it is very dark. I do believe we are expecting some rain later on in the race, so that's going to be a very interesting change in strategy when that comes. Three compounds of tyre available today. We have the super soft, the soft, and the medium. And we have Bossy Dweller coming out on the super soft tyres, so we can assume they're all going to be qualifying on the fastest tyre available. But you have to remember that the tyre they qualify on will be the tyre they start the race on, so they can't take too much out of the tyre because the wear will transfer to the race. But it should be an interesting race.
Indeed. Well, a few stats about the track, of course. 2004, the first race was held, of course. I'm pretty sure that was the race Schumacher had a terrible, terrible race, wasn't it? Was that 2004? I'm pretty sure it was 2004 and 5. But terrible races here, of course. First driver to ever do a lap round here, as you probably played this game and probably figure it out. Anthony Davidson, first man out on this track ever.
Yeah, indeed. So it's been around a little while on the Formula One calendar. It's seen its fair share of battles, but it's seen its share of first-time winners as well. Nico Rosberg, of course, won his first race here. And we're looking at Rinka Maurice right now. He's just warming his tyres. This is where we see Hermann Tilke come to life down this straight, really. His sort of trademark, as we see a Toro Rosso violently weaving down the straight there. But a big long straight, hard on the brakes, and this is a second gear corner, and you get the car to turn in, and out you go. It's 16 turns in this track, and it has one of the... It is, of course, shaped like the Chinese character Shang, since it is in Shanghai, but it is shaped like a Chinese character, in case you didn't know that. A little bit of facts about this track. Rinka Maurice, I think... Yep, why is he in a McLaren? I thought he was a Toro Rosso driver. Anyways, he's in the McLaren Honda, and he's coming up to probably one of the trademark places of this track. It's the big, long right-hander, never-ending right-hander, really, and it's a very tough one. It can easily lock up that inside wheel when you're getting the car off camber in there. He's on his way down to the tight right-hander. This is a third gear corner. Get it turned in, and this is a wonderful section down here. This big long left-hander, almost flat, a little bit of a lift as you go into it, but then you can just feel the downforce of the car as it glues to the road and surges around that corner. Now there is lag going on, unfortunately, but hopefully that sorts itself out. He's done 26.6 first sector, and he's coming up towards the final sector. He's coming up to the sector 2 split, actually.
Yep. People asking, where is I think that's Little Blocks.
Oh,
is in this group. He's in the other group, is he not?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure of that. But he's through the second sector split, and Rinke Maurice, the Dutchman, is on his way down the back straight. It's a very, very long section here. This DRS, one of the 2 DRS zones is here, as you can see, DRS board just there. The other one is on the start finish. So plenty of room for overtaking down that straight. You get massive overspeed on the way in. He's going to come through the final corner. This is a tough little corner, actually. If you run it too wide, it could spit you out onto the artificial grass and get you to spin the car around there. Across the line, Rinke Maurice, where does he go? He'll go third for now in the McLaren Honda. 206 miles per hour in the speed trap.
Indeed, very surprising there, isn't it? 206 in the Honda.
Well, we can ignore that for now, because Botti Dweller, he's first in the manor. He's done 218 miles an hour in the speed trap, and that's second quickest in the speed trap. That's incredible speed.
Indeed, incredible. Now, as you mentioned about the good race in the battles, we all do know those great races. 2012, a great one. Mercedes, I think it was their first Axel front row lockout with Michael and Nico, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the latter, Michael, sadly had some kind of problem with his wheel, if I'm correct, and retired about halfway through when he was leading the race. So who knew what he could have done? That could have been his first win back. Of course, now, go back, 2010, another great race indeed. You mentioned about the long straight in Toro Rosso. Remember that horrible, horrible accident, don't we, down the straight?
Yeah, that was, I believe that was Toro Rosso. It was Sebastian Buemi. Two front wheels shearing off of the front of the car. Now, hopefully we don't see that today. I doubt we will, because they're attached now. But
indeed, they're extremely surprising.
And it was... the poor guy was still trying to steer the car, not realising that, or forgetting that the wheels were gone, so... Oh well. But Toro Rosso, Mighty Green Lemon, on the soft compound tyre. He's coming down to the last little section here in the Toro Rosso. He's a little bit of a lock up there as well, easy to lock it up there. On the softs, so we will see differences in strategy. Here, super softs, of course, are the... Well, he's going to come into the pit lane. Rinke Maurice comes in. Sir Lane is on a lap in the other Toro Rosso, also on the soft compound tyre. So, as we said, differing strategies. We saw this last week as well, actually. We saw plenty of differing strategies. Few people starting on the soft tyre. Well, actually, we had ultra soft and super soft last time out. We had a few people starting on super soft tyres. Michael Davis started on pole. Sorry, Flexi started on pole, but he started on the ultra soft tyre. Michael Davis started on the super soft tyre, which enabled him to extend his strategy a little bit more. So we were going to see the same thing here, although we do have a harder compound again, which is the mediums. I doubt we'll see them out, unless someone has an accident on the first lap, perhaps, and they just decide to extend their strategy way long, just to see and maybe hope for some rain later on. But there is a high chance of rain, as far as I can see here.
Yeah, people asking, how is this group all slower than one of the worst drivers on the second group? And then so putting KYS in, so bit of a problem there.
Slight problems.
I think it's generally because of the weather, isn't it? Because it's, of course, overcast, so definitely will affect the tyres and lap times around this track, wouldn't it?
It would. Cooler track temperatures affect tyre operating range. So hotter temperatures, of course, better for the tyres, but not too hot so as to overextend their range. Now we see Bartun, we're looking at him in the Ferrari. He's had to back off because he's in Force India in the way, but he was the winner last time out. Aidan Griffiths in the Ferrari won the race last time out. Very, very tense finish between him and the Haas of Michael Davis. He just about got it. 0.2 of a second was the gap in the end, but he still got the win. He was the third different winner this year. So we've had 3 different winners in 3 different races. Hopefully, maybe we can get a 4th different winner here today.
Indeed. Well, perhaps trying to replicate the 2012 season then, if we've got 4 different winners in the first 4 races. Well, technically. Hopefully.
Yep, and here is Ginger Andy. I don't think he was here last time out. I think we had a free space in the Renault. There is Corey. It was sprouting his new helmet for today. He has the Senna colours on his helmet in tribute.
Yeah.
He's the championship leader, is Corey, and he's leading the championship by 7 points actually over I believe Paul McGuinness in the Ferrari. I'll check my notes actually. I've got my notes. Sorry, Michael Davis, the Ferrari of Haas of Michael Davis. That's who he's leading by, but he has got the championship lead. So currently.
Indeed, well, Star, you know, talking about that just a few moments ago, the Renault's coming in the pit lane, almost a massive crash there as one of them had to take to the grass lane to overtake into the pit lane, so don't exactly know what particular strategies there, perhaps one of them deciding against the pit lane because in qualifying, doesn't it?
Perhaps, yes. Osmer bin Laid, he's coming across the line in the Force India. He'll go 10th, fastest in the speed traps at 219 miles an hour. We're seeing incredible speeds here today. Aidan Griffiths comes across the line in the Ferrari. He'll go 11th on the super softs. Corey in the Mercedes is in the second sector. He's up at the little twisty little section here. You can see the Senna colours on his helmet there in tribute this weekend for Ayrton Senna.
Yep.
There's been a bit of a twitch coming out there.
World champion, isn't it? Great driver, isn't he? Unfortunately, no longer here after, well, horrible circumstances a few decades back.
Of course, yes. Probably won't see the likes of him again. His skill, anyway. Well, of his kind of generation, he was the best. Now, I was noticing Corey was running on the dirty side of the track down the straight. You can see the marbles being picked up. He's gone third, so he's good lap from him. We have Luke out on track right now in the Williams. He's on an out lap. The two Williams are out on an out lap actually. Plenty of people out on track right now. Paul McGuinness in the Ferrari, spouting Vettel's helmet actually. He's on a flying lap. He's almost there. His Ferrari teammate of Aidan Griffiths is just ahead. He's in the other Ferrari. He'll get a slipstream off of him. This will help him. You'll see that this might be fastest in the speed trap for him. He's hitting the rev limiter. 225 miles an hour in the speed trap. Incredible.
Indeed, 225. If you don't want to put that in perspective, that is about 10 miles an hour slower than the McLaren F1, about 15, is it not, actually, than the McLaren F1, which was the fastest car in the world.
And that's third.
Time.
And that's third for Paul McGuinness in the Ferrari there. Good lap. But yeah, that's incredible speed. That'll be coming down to a very hard stop, because you got to get the car stopped for the hairpin. That'll be about a 5G stop on the brakes. So hard on your head, I suppose. EFC Matthew out on a lap on the super soft tyres. Now you're noticing the Williams, they have two different compounds of tyres on. One's going on the softs and one's going on the super soft. So splitting the strategies between teammates. Interesting stuff there.
Indeed, very interesting. Perhaps trying to see which is actually quicker, and then I might switch it over later on. It'll be interesting to find out. If you do have any comments, do put them in the chat, and we'll get our best to answer them as fast as we can.
Indeed, of course. Yep, Matthew, he's following his teammate on the soft tyre lock-up for the guy ahead.
Perhaps doing the Ferrari Technicolor as cuts the corner of the car ahead a little bit there. The other Williams going over the curbs, perhaps trying to do the toe fin. They Ferrari do quite well at Monza here. Perhaps they're trying to do the same as well here.
Yeah, either he'll get a big toe with the DRS wide open. That's a Force India ahead.
Yeah, that's Perez's car.
Yep, goes 224 miles an hour in the speed trap. That shows you what the toe can do, and such an overspeed you do get.
They will be careful here, don't they, to interrupt him. He's coming in there.
He's coming in the pit lane.
Neutral there, almost tripping over each other there in the pit lane, and that's awesome. Been laid ahead.
Yep.
Stopped.
Luke has gone 10th in the Williams on the soft tyres. Nicolo, he's in the Renault, and I believe he's going on to a flying lap, as far as I can see. Let's see, he's gone 9th actually. Sir Lane in the Toro Rosso is on a lap, double lock up there Going to see a few of those lockups in that particular section because it is slightly rising up there. So the car at the front becomes unloaded. The wheel gets under rotated, and you'll especially see it down here. You'll see the drivers perhaps adjusting brake bias down at their feet there. They have a little lever that they can adjust the brake bias as they wish, because this is a very, very hard stop down here. And it looks like he braked a bit early there, Sir Lane, but he's still got it stopped. But it is quite a cool track temperature, I must add. It's 25 degrees. He's coming in, but it's 17 degrees air temperature and 26 degrees track, actually. It's just gone up a little bit, but that's quite cold for the tyres to work. So you'll see them sliding around a little bit for grip because the tyres aren't quite... It'll take a little bit more to get the tyres heated up. There's Uwat in the Red Bull on the super soft tyres on an outlap.
Coming through this amazing little complex, almost flat in the 2017 curls, and into this little right-hander here, and then to the double left-hander where we saw Lance Stroll getting punted off this year in that car. Now coming down here to the section which I never really understood here, this little kind of a grandstand, but it's not a grandstand. I always thought this would have been a grandstand, but never mind.
No, it's just a sponsorship. Nice. Let me just update you on the positions. Mighty Green Lemon is on pole right now with a 1:35.2. Michael Davis currently second in the Haas on a 1:35.5, 2 tenths of a second, and then there's 3,000ths of a second to Bothy Dweller behind in the Manor, and Paul McGuinness is a further 200ths of a second behind, so it's very close between second, third and fourth. I'm Corza 5th, Nicolo 6th, Dirty Apex 7th, Rinke 8th, Sir Lane 9th, Lukey Luke 10th, Uwat 11th, Ritson 12th, Osman Ben Laden 13th, Bartooth 14th, Jacko 15th, Audio Gorilla 16th. These guys haven't set laps yet. EFC Matthew 17th, and then Flexi 19th, Ginger Andy 20th. So we have 19 drivers here today. But I'd just like to point out, I would like to wish Mighty Green Lemon the best of all, because he is in fact an Irishman.
Oh. That's good indeed. Also, hello to Yellow Man in the chat as well, and hello to everyone actually joining us here as well in this slightly sunny, nice voice break there. So very slightly becoming sunny here in the good old Shanghai. Normally a place where you normally see a lot of smog, but today it's gleaming beautiful, even though you can't really see the buildings because they're really texturized. So yeah.
The clouds have broken a slight bit, but yeah. I guess that's good. We have a Renault going down the escape road, or the other track. We're looking at Flexi right now. That's Sam in the Force India. He got pole last time out at Austria. Got third, so there's a yellow flag in that sector now. Well, it's gone green now because the Renault was on the escape road.
Indeed.
So I'm going to have to quickly grab a laptop charger, entertain them.
Well, going to this track now, if you didn't know a few little information about the track, of course, the first race, 2004, pretty sure run by Rubens Barrichello or Michael Schumacher. I'll have to get their stats up here. Of course, 2005, the scene of Fernando Alonso's first World Championship, and 2006 as well, one of the most greatest battles, apparently in sporting history, between the good old Michael Schumacher and Fernando Alonso, where they were from different strategies and hounding each other through the race in the damp conditions. Damp conditions around this track, very familiar here. About half the races around this track with the rain, of course, 2006, 2007 as well. I think 2008 was a bit damp but overall dry. 2009, torrential downpours, and same in 2010. 2011 was quite good, and 2012, mixed conditions. And the recent years, 2013, 14 and 15, and 16 as well, completely dry, and last this year as well.
Oh, sorry to just interrupt for a second. We have a new poleman. Uwat has gone fastest on a 1:34.8. Flexi has one chance at this to try and see if he can nab pole in the Force India. There's 40 seconds left, so unlike Project Cars, they will actually get to finish their lap if they start it.
Let's see what Mighty Green Lemon can do when he comes to his lap, warming those tyres up, going extremely weaving on that grass actually. He was earlier on, completely showing us he really wants those tyres to be warmed up, and as Michael Davis retiring, so he's comfortable with what he's got. Michael Green Lemon's dropped down to third, so someone's improved.
That'll be...
that was Michael Davis.
Yeah, a lot of people retiring, they're happy with their laps. But Flexi is not quite yet, he hasn't actually set one, so this is going to be Sam looking for a pole position lap here. Good first sector, 26.3. In comparison, this is good for fourth at the moment, this lap. That's checkered flag has come out.
Big lock up from the mighty green lemon then. Down into the hairpin. See what he's up to then. As it stands, you what, mate? Is on pole from Michael Davis and the mighty green lemon in third. So 3 different manufacturers. Well, actually, quite a lot of different manufacturers there, and that's on Corsa goes pole.
So good lap from Corey in the Mercedes. He's got himself on pole for now, but Flexy's on his way. This could be a top 3 for him in the Force India. Keep an eye on him. Comes to the final corner, the number 4 Force India. Can he do it? Yellow flag in the first sector. Someone's gone off. It's 5th. Not good enough.
Not good.
Right, so I'm gonna do my thing
leader.
and just leave and come back. Yep.
Well, I'll continue here then until the warm-up starts, in which case I'll make my way out as well.
Shit.
So it looks like Corsa is on the schedule for a great pole there.
Can you invite me again?
Right, how do I get that invite back in?
It deleted the invite on me.
Join for the party?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perhaps?
I can't do that.
Oh, well, this is a problem.
You stupid game!
Big problems have occurred.
Are you serious? Why'd you delete the invite?
The invite has been deleted.
Are you serious? Are you actually kidding me? Are you kidding me right now?
Unless, because I've got an invite, if I leave, because I have the invite, join back, then I can invite you. So we may be lucky, unless it deletes itself from me, so I've got 2 invites. So
I think you should be. If you've got 2 invites, you should be good.
Yeah, well, I can invite you back then, can't I?
Yeah, I think so. So if you can get in, that'd be great. Thanks.
Now, if people saying join via party, well, let's see if I can get in again.
Well, I can't join through the party, but
joining. Please wait.
Okay, you should be good. So if you can get me in.
Yeah, well, it's trying to join. Let's hope it can. Right, I'm connecting, so we might get lucky here. We may have to miss start. Connecting very slowly then, so looks like we'll get back in if we can. Condolences to anyone here, and apologies to anyone wondering what's happening right now. We'll hopefully get back in as soon as we can. That's it lets me join. Right, I'm in. Let's invite Soup.
Okay, I think we might have just averted a catastrophe. Hold on.
Yep, well, this is good reason I used your invite instead of using my own one. Hopefully it'll let me actually invite you, because it's going to take 10 years to load it up, because my PlayStation's about as slow as a McLaren Honda. Game? Invite players. Right, here we are. Right, let's hope you are lucky here and lets it in.
Yeah, I got it. Hold on. I'm joining.
I don't know if I just joined really early here and there's problems.
Technical difficulties.
The catastrophe has been averted by the mighty evil dragon who has saved us from perhaps near catastrophe.
So basically what we've learned here is we need 2 invites.
Yeah, well, we are on the formation lap, so that is good.
We're back. Yeah, we're back.
Don't worry, it's all good. We will be having a race on the formation lap then. Whew, that was lucky. Oh, there's been oh dear, that's an interesting glitch. EFC Matthew's been reset to the grid in a horrific way, because he's glitching out like an absolute storm for me.
Well, one's already been removed from the formation lap.
Yeah, that is EFC, that Matt Daniel, I'm pretty certain. Well,
so let's continue from where we left off. You didn't see any of that. Anyways, Corsa on pole, you Wattmate second, Michael Davis in the Haas third, Mighty Green Lemon fourth, Flexi 5th. EFC Matthew is been removed from the formation lap. He's 6th. Bothy Dweller 7th. Bart Dude 8th. Dirty Apex Hunter 9th. Nicolo 10th. Sir Lane 11th. Ritson 12th. Ginger Andy is 13th. Rinkamori is 14th. Great field of cars, actually, you'll notice as you come down the down the straight there. You notice how many cars are actually here. Lukey Luke's 15th, Jacko 16th, Osmer Bin Laden 17th, Audio Gorilla 18th, and rounding out the grid will be, it'll be evil, but 18 drivers here. Someone's already demolished a sign, but they're coming up to the grid now. Corza, well, there's the missing link. There's that Sauber right there.
Yep, smoking away, and there is the other car. That'll be 4th position.
So they're all forming up on the grid now. We're almost ready for the Chinese Grand Prix. Corza, championship leader on pole position. You what, mate? 2nd. Michael Davis, the 2nd place man, is in 3rd place in the Haas on the soft compound tyre. So the top 2 on super softs, the other 2 behind are on soft tyres. The last cars are just about pulling into position now, and we are almost ready to go for the Chinese Grand Prix. Live coverage presented by Soup Cooler and Evil Dragon. We're ready to go here in China. The lights will go red now in a second. We're waiting for that for the starters. But what's the word? There's the red lights.
Red 5 lights. Come on then, and it will be lights out, and away we go, and it seems all good off the front row. Then we're looking at the back for some reason.
It's a good start from Corsa. He's got the jump into turn 1, and there is you what, mate, in 2nd. Michael Davis is off. The Haas is a big accident in the background. Spinners in the background.
At the back. It's all gone wrong. Then we got 3-4 wide into turn number 1.
There's another Haas around. There's another Haas around. I think that might be could be Michael Davis glitching around. You what, mate's challenging for the lead up front. The Red Bull's looking to the outside.
Nico's been hit sideways. Then we got all.
Here we go for the lead of the race. You what, mate, up the inside of Corsa. Can he get it done? No, he can't. He shuts the door on him. With this carnage on the first lap, Spinners in the background. Who's that in the Williams? That's I believe that's EFC Matthew up to 4th position. It is. So great start from the Williams, and there's 2 cars off in the background, a Ferrari and a Mercedes, I think. And Paul McGuinness has left the session, I think, as far as I can see. Yes, he has there, and there's been absolute carnage. Ritson, I think, and a Ferrari were involved in that. So somebody getting put, and I'm actually seeing someone on the medium tyre actually. In the Renault. Someone in the Renault's on the medium. I think that's Ginger Andy. Yeah, he is. He's on the medium compound tyre. Bartu, we have another retirement. That is, of course, Aidan Griffiths in the Ferrari is out of this race, and we have a Williams missing its front wing in the background.
That's all gone horribly wrong there at the start. Meanwhile, up front, the Red Bull having a little bit of a look then straight away, but no cigar there then. But going back to that start. Oh, carnage going on, like you said, at turn number 1, and their Red Bull actually having a look still, so it's definitely looking more comfortable here, that hard course. More downforce on this track, and perhaps trying to make a look already. It's quite close as we come to the corner. Got a really wide going Renault at the background, a little going wide though. Got a
watch the Red Bull to the outside.
Red Bull,
but he's not going to
get through that.
Definitely not. No, he is. He's alongside. But Corsa's defending. Corsa's defending. He's going to hold.
Dive.
Yeah, and he's going to hold that inside. There's Michael Davis behind in the Haas. So watch for them coming around that corner. They are still alongside here. And he's just going to tuck in behind.
Wayward. Let's see now. Is he going to try dive perhaps somewhere? I don't think he's close enough yet. Meanwhile, looking further back, looks like we've got the Sauber. Perhaps overtaking a Renault in the background there. We can't exactly see so far. But great stuff all around them. We got the Williams of Lukey in the pit lane after damaging the front of the car. And it's gone horribly wrong then, straight away for that car.
So it is Corsa leading for the moment. He's under massive pressure from Iwatman. Michael Davis has closed up to these guys after a little bit of an incident, but he is managing to close up on the soft tyre. He's looking to challenge the Red Bull, actually. Now, no DRS enabled just yet. It will be enabled the next lap, but it is still looking quite overcast out there.
Yeah. Indeed, so we've got pretty much all of the top 7, all in different cars. I'm pretty certain then. It's all going quite well. So, Mercedes leads, Red Bull leads, Haas leads a Williams, and that's a Renault and a Sauber, I think, further down the grid, having a bit of a ding-dong battle. We'll see when the camera angle changes.
We're riding on board with the Renault on its rear wing, and it is a Sauber behind, who's making a dive on him. Oh, just closes the door on the number 99 of, I believe that's Dirty Apex Hunter, and followed by a Manor of Bothy Dweller in 7th, and it is very grey looking. Oh, the skies, and we have
in comes.
Yeah, In comes the Manor.
That's the Manor indeed, as you said.
So currently no changes up front as of yet. We'll stick with that battle. Michael Davis putting pressure on Audio Gorilla with fastest lap in the McLaren Honda. But we'll keep an eye on Bossy Dweller, see what change strategy. No, he's going for another set of super soft tires. Or is he? No, he's going to mediums. He's going on medium tires. So he's going to extend this stint out as long as he can. And hope for a bit of rain.
Indeed, rain perhaps on the horizon.
Toro Rosso in as well.
Yep, Toro Rosso in.
On super
Lino
softs.
up the front. Top four, nose to tail, then great stuff. We don't normally see this in F1 in real life, but today we are treated with a magnificent shot of 4 cars. All very close. You could chuck a very large blanket over these cars and it's going to be beautiful. So it's going to be interesting. DRS on this lap, so I'm expecting that Williams
moves.
and the Haas perhaps to make a little bit of a move here.
Yep, and there is Ritson following a group of cars behind in the other Mercedes. So Corey needs a good exit here, and Michael Davis is all over the back of the Red Bull. Expect a move here. They'll all have DRS, all of them.
It's going to be a slipstream train, so that Mercedes could be in trouble. Here comes the Haas. Straight away, look at the speed that Ferrari-powered Haas has got, and he's straight past lane.
Into second place goes.
The camera up.
And Matthews also looking for a way past in the Williams. Fast car in a straight line. So
we've got contact. That's another Mercedes.
In comes you what, mate? In comes you what? And Corza, the leader of the race, leader has come in to the pits.
Oh, it's contact with a spinner. That's a Sauber going round to the last corner. He's tried to go past Mercedes.
He's gone into the pit lane.
And Mercedes
there's
go
Ritson.
To the outside of that Renault. Doesn't do
through
it.
He goes.
Yes, he does.
But the leader has come in. And that was, of course, Corza. What's he gone on to? He's gone on to medium tyres. They're all going for longer stints, it looks like. The Red Bull came in, gone on to medium tyres. So all the leaders have changed strategy all of a sudden. Well, I didn't think the super softs would last that long. I thought they'd last a bit longer than that, to be honest. So your leader now would be, of course, Michael Davis. He's on the soft tyre, remember.
Both the Renaults battling. Here comes Flex. He's going to try to the outside then, round this long left-hander. Surely not going to be able to do it there.
Oh, there's still contact, bang, and through.
Beautifully.
Lovely stuff from Sam.
That Renault's going to fly back through, perhaps. Lewis not going to get lucky there.
Lovely move.
Squeezed out. Brilliant move then from Flexi then. Passing round the outside. A beautiful move then. Very reminiscent almost of what happened to Ricciardo and Vettel in the real-life Grand Prix then. So great driving all around from them too.
So it is quite an interesting one at the moment, because Corsa's down in 11th now, and they're all on medium tyres, so they've suddenly decided that they want to extend their strategies as far as they can. But Michael Davis out front is on soft tyres. He'll be able to go a little bit longer. Remember, it's a harder compound, so...
Indeed.
And Matthew is on the super soft tyres. He's extending those a little bit longer. Michael Davis, fastest lap. There is Ritson, and someone else is flying into the pit lane. I think that might be Flexi. Expect mediums for Force India. So here they come. In gets it down to the pit limiter, and he'll see his mechanics all smartly dressed waiting for him here. And he has a set of super softs. Another set of super softs going. No, mediums. Never mind. They switched compound just as they were putting them on. So strange stuff. He has gone on to the mediums.
Indeed. Well, you've got a bit of a battle going on, and that's Corza. That looks like one of the McLarens. I think is that Rinsky. That is. Having a bit of a look there.
Yeah. Well, that's Corza having gone past in DRS, I assume. And here comes you what, mate?
The Red Bull.
Here comes you what?
This is going to be interesting. He's been forced to the outside. Does he get the move around the outside? Let's see. I think he's done it. That McLaren's going to try its best.
And he's through.
Around the outside he goes.
Lovely stuff. That's for 10th. Sir Lane at the moment. He's under pressure from... Who's that behind? Audio Gorilla. In the McLaren Honda.
That looks like that's Jacko.
That's Jacko in the Sauber. And up ahead is Nicolo in the Renault on super soft tyres. So we'll go back to the leader. He is on the back straight. And EFC Matthew, has he got DRS? No, he's fallen out of DRS range.
Now let's see what's going on here then. So Lanky, we've got the Renault, Toro Rosso, McLaren all pretty close together. Now Toro Rosso having a bit of a pull out there. And let's see, the McLaren has a bit of dive, but doesn't get anything then.
But the Williams is in. So I would assume mediums again. So let's see for Williams.
Very close then. For that, a little bit of a twitch on the exit for Roddy Gorilla. So no cigar
Mediums.
for the McLaren. Mediums, as you say, for that car of the Williams.
So that would put...
That's very, very wide.
Yep, so that would put Ritson up to second, actually, in the Mercedes. And that would put Ginger Andy in the Renault up to third on mediums.
Indeed, and then you've got Nico, the Toro Rosso, the McLaren, and a few others sitting behind this Nicolo, perhaps try and force a mistake in that car anytime soon, though we know the Renault's been pretty good. These two Renault drivers doing extremely good, unlike the real counterpart of one Renault doing good, the other not doing good. That other is Julian Palmer, who, if you didn't know recently, just a random update on the F1. Of course, if you didn't know, Robert Kubica has been driving again in Formula 1 testing, did about 150 laps, and could, this is a big could we see him next year in that Renault car alongside Hulkenberg? Now, that's an interesting question. I think it could be. Well, Soup will come back in a minute if he's not already here. And
I'm already here.
He is there. So what do you think about Kubica?
I doubt we'll see him next year, honestly, because he's not fit enough yet. But we are seeing a battle right now. Here comes Sir Lane past the Renault. And I noticed the Renault was weaving around quite a lot on that straight, so that was... Oh, he's actually got it back, and 3 wide almost, with the McLaren.
That's going to allow the McLaren, that's going to go around the outside.
That's going to be dicey here. He's gone around the outside. That's Audio Gorilla, I think. Yes, it is.
Let's see, is he going to pass that Renault straight away as
Michael
well?
Davis in.
Lead down, here comes the battle for third to the outside. Is he going to do it right around the outside? I think he might not. He's going to be squeezed off there if he's not careful. No, he's going to have the inside, so it's going to be crucial.
Oh, it's a good bang! So,
contact.
He's lost it, but that means that Sir Lane has lost 2 places, but I think Ritson now leads the race. I am correct, I think. So let's see what Michael Davis went on to. He was on a set of mediums. So they're all going for medium tyres here.
So, interesting strategy call then.
But Ritson, he's extending his super softs quite long in comparison to everybody else.
Now, I want to be careful about that, as you know, a few drivers have been experiencing punters, and that's the... Oh, he's spinning! The McLaren spins on the grass, and that's gone horribly wrong there.
Yep, he lost it. Where is that? That is just coming through the fast left hand. That's a scary place to lose the car, and that's Matthew on his outside, and that's Michael Davis behind in the Haas. So you've got to be careful here. Yes, he's lost a lot of places now, so a scary place to lose the car along that right-hander.
Had a tank slapper through the corner, then all of a sudden got in the grass and almost luckily to spin backwards there, because it could have spun the car inwards, and that could have caused some problem there. Toro Rosso there, and you can see Nicolo going defensive, perhaps knowing that car isn't quick. Let's see, though, not looking to make a dive up the inside, is he not?
And up ahead, I think there's a move between the Red Bull and the Mercedes. Here comes Michael Davis. I don't think he's going to be able to do it.
In is Ritson.
Ritson in from the lead of the race. That will give...
in is Nicolo.
Nicolo in as well. I believe this will give Ginger Andy the lead.
No, that's not Jacko in. Who was that in as well? Solan. That's who's in as well.
Sir Lane is in. So the Renault in. What has Ritson gone on to? He's gone on to Super Softs. That's interesting. Interesting strategy. So he's obviously going aggressive. And that's going to be mediums for the Toro Rosso team. That's for Sir Lane, and who is that? Nicolo has gone on to soft tyres. There's plenty of strategy here.
Contrasting, isn't it? Very contrasting strategy here indeed. Now, let's hope these drivers, unlike the other group who saw a nightmare for the Force Indias, who were all on the wrong strategies there, going extremely heavy on those super softs. So, people saying, why couldn't it be Matthew who spun it? Well, luck of the racing gods say otherwise. Well,
up front, Ginger Andy, he's leading this race now, and he's already on mediums. He started the race on mediums, so he's in his best position right now.
Indeed. Now, we don't know what... Let's go round the fields then. So, quick update if you want to know who is doing well here. So, currently leading this race is Ginger Andy. Jacko second. I'm Causa third. You Watt is fourth. Matthew fifth. Michael is sixth. Audio is seventh. Boffy eighth. Flexi ninth. Richard 10th. And then Rinky and Dirty Apex 11th and 12th. So Lane, Nico, the Mighty Green Lemon, and Lukey there, and Awesome been laid down the back.
Yeah, so This is Corza and Uwatme looking for a way past. They're trying to chase Ginger Andy. These are the guys who stopped early for mediums. And in comes Jacko, so that'll give them second and third, and they can go chasing now. So let's keep an eye on the Sauber team. He's got a puncture, front left puncture on Jacko. Look at his front left here.
Well, that's a very nice place for actually to go, isn't it? Right on the entrance of the pit, so extremely putting that car then.
Extremely lucky to get it stopped, and the McLaren team are getting ready as well for someone. They're getting ready to receive Audio Gorilla, I would assume. Soft tyres for the Sauber team. Now who's the other McLaren? Sorry, oh, that'd be Rinke Morris, wouldn't it? Rinke.
Yep.
He's in for medium tyres.
Indeed, Corza under pressure from Uwat then, trying to go to the outside. A bit of a mistake and a bit of a lock-up from Corza, puts them right together here as they come into this fast left and right. No ray past there unless you're really close on the long side before the corner. No ray through there. Perhaps DRS could be a possibility for the Red Bull though, down this massive long straight coming up here.
Yeah, I think he's already... I'm just going to check where Ginger Andy is. He's coming around to get onto the back straight, so it won't be long before these guys catch him. And Michael Davis has caught these guys as well, so interesting. This is essentially a battle for the lead, but I think, well, maybe it's not for the lead because Ginger Andy has already got a gap on these guys. DRS will come up on the Red Bull. He's already going defensive force to the outside.
Gets through that, unless that's C.
Watch Corey on the brakes, and he'll go on the inside and cut back.
Cut back. Let's see though. It's going to be a really incognito plot there around the outside. Not going to get through there. Now DRS is possible down this main straight.
Definitely.
So expect to see that Red Bull have another bite of the cherry down this straight, cross the start-finish line. On to lap 10 of 28 to the outside he'll go. Now this is he going to push him out right here.
It just could be cheeky and open the steering on him, but I don't think he's going to... Yeah, he is opening on the steering. Very cheeky from Corey there. And he'll hold on. Meanwhile, Michael Davis just chasing down Matthew there. Audio Gorilla, where's he? Not far there. I swear I saw Uwatme looking again around that the exit of the hairpin there. So keep an eye on him. Where is Ginger Andy? Losing time to these guys is the answer. He's at the chicane. And Corza is closing in on him very quickly.
Indeed.
That'll be you getting lapped.
Yep, that's me. The other Red Bull then getting out of the way. Well, he's going to be invisible, so they'll go through him. So don't get started this time by the AI going through other cars.
Yeah, and that'll be Aidan Griffiths up ahead in the Ferrari, who left earlier. Now Michael Davis is right on the back. Mighty Green Lemon has retired from this session.
Now what's happened there?
I'm assuming it's been an accident somewhere. No safety car deployed, so it could be a mechanical failure or something. No virtual safety car or safety car. So he's out of this race. Here comes Uwat.
Now is he going to make a dive somewhere?
He's not as close as he was last time, so he's not going to be able to. Can't get the cut back either.
Indeed, so very good stuff then here on lap 10, 28, coming on to lap 11, as the leader still doing strongly.
Oh, Michael Davis! What happened there? He's twitched off the track. He's come back on track.
Oh.
And through goes Uwatme for second. They're fighting up ahead. They're going right. He's going to go up the inside and force it.
He's going to spin.
No, he's held onto it. Who's that ahead?
That's going to be awkward. That's Awesome Bin Laid. He's going to block them both. He can't get out of the way.
He's completely blocked Uwatme. He hasn't lost much time though. Well done. He held onto the car for as long as he could. That's allowed Matthew to close up. There is Aidan Griffiths in the Ferrari. Here comes Uwatme. He's looking to the inside. Great battle between two giants right here.
Yes, indeed. So fantastic battling there.
They'll go side by Awesome Bin Laid going off. He went off.
Out of it.
Yeah, he was thinking about going around the outside. There's Aidan Griffiths. They're going to go through him. Ignore that. He is ghosting. So 11 laps done of this 28 lap race. We're almost at halfway, believe it or not. And it's been an exciting race so far. I believe they haven't actually caught up to Andy.
Yeah, Andy's going really strong on those tyres. Now, we don't know how these tyres are going 11 laps. So that's going to be to the point where it could be worrying then, as another bite at the cherry again is something from the Rebel. Too far back, I think, this time. However, the toe in the slipstream hitting about 220 miles an hour there.
Yeah, he's forcing. Corey goes onto the marbles, actually. and gets a little bit of dirt on his tyres, which might affect his grip levels as they come out of that turn. And you what, mate, we'll have another bite, yet another bite. He's a bit greedy today. He's getting a little bit fat with all the cherries he's biting out of. But he'll get another one as he comes down the road. There is Ritson, and there's a little dice going on in the background as well. Michael Davis and a Force India, I think, just there. This is the battle for second, of course, and EFC Matthews just holding on behind. And
now, you'd expect here, interrupting you there, sorry, the tyres are going to be starting to go off then, aren't they going to be for you, what, then?
Yeah,
in the dirty air, so you think we'll want to get that move on quite quickly.
Michael Davis is looking for a way past Ritson, and I swear I saw a drop of rain right there. I could have sworn I saw a drop of rain.
It is raining, I think. Yep, rain is here. It is starting to rain then. Yeah, in China.
We'll go on board with one of the drivers, and we'll go on board with Michael Davis to see if we can see any raindrops. Yes, it is raining. We thought it would rain, and it is raining. So now it'll take a couple of laps for it to come into effect, but they will need to switch on to intermediate tyres, and perhaps even the full wet tyres. Now, I'm looking at Ritson. I'm looking at Ritson. He's on super soft tyres. Now, this of course, this rain will play into the hands of Andy, because he didn't stop at all. So he's just going to have one stop. Here comes Michael Davis on Ritson. He'll have a great run as they come down. That is Sam behind Flexi in the Force India. DRS pops open on the Haas Ferrari. Will he be able to get past this very fast Mercedes? I think he will. Or will he back out of it? He'll go on the brakes. He will. He'll launch it up the inside. And Ritson will try and hold on the outside. They'll go very, very close side by side. They're still side by side. They come down to the final turn. He might have to back out of it. He's ahead. Ritson backed out of it. Michael Davis. Oh, this spun! Collided! Oh, he's just going to hold on to the car. Just hold on to the car. Flexi will go through. So there was definitely contact there. Ritson, I think, went straight on. He's coming into the pit lane, I think. Let's go back to Ritson. I think he's come in. Yes, he has. I think there was a misunderstanding there. I think, could this be an early change onto intermediates? It is. So he's going on to intermediates already. For Ritson, he's gone on to the inters.
The track is looking very damp, so this could be the defining moment of the race. Or is it too early? I think that might just.
I think there's a Sauber in as well. Jacko is in. Oh, sorry, who's the other one again? Who's behind Ritson? Is that Dirty Apex Hunter? Yep, he's gone on to intermediates as well. There's another car in. Is that Corsa come in for intermediates as well? I'm not sure.
So everyone.
Oh, he's already spun the. He's spinning up the tyres already. That wasn't actually Corsa. That was just Mercedes coming up. And now Iwata still hasn't found a way past Corey yet. And where is Ginger Andy? They've really pulled time on him. Actually, they've caught up to him, but they're not catching.
He's going off now. Let's see. He's very close this time. Is this the closest he's been? Let's see. Down in the slipstream. I don't think so this time. Actually, the exit speed, the mechanical grip of the Mercedes, like to blaze down the straight there, or tyres ablaze. We wouldn't want tyres ablaze. It'd be a bad thing. Not close enough to make a move. Flexi, with the contact between Michael Davis and Ritson, is now 5th. So, fair play, Michael Davis. He held onto the car somehow, completely 90 degrees on the track, and still held onto the car. So, great car control demonstrated there. You what, mate? He still hasn't found a way past. He's looking every single lap, and he's running out of laps to do it. Audio Gorilla in for, we'd assume, for inters, of course. Nothing else would suffice at this time. Corey still in 2nd place, but it is the Renault out front and is looking good. Yep, in comes the other runner then, locking up. He's going to do it right. He's going to do it. How many? He's in the wall. He's in the wall. Nicola is in the wall in the pit lane. So he's
lost his front wing.
Into the wall.
Lost the front wing. It's going to extend his pit lane time. Yellow flags out, but of course they'll be withdrawn now. But Audio Grillo, he's obviously gone on to intermediates. Yes, he has. Niccolo, I would assume he's going to have a front wing change and a set of intermediates bolted on for him.
Let's see, Ritson's going to stay out, so this is going to be crucial then to see what's he going to do. And Dirty Apex as well, so this is crucial for them, isn't it?
It is indeed. Now, the guys who stopped for mediums, it would actually, I think that would cancel out Ginger Andy's advantage, because all their tyres would be pretty much worn at this stage. But yeah, where is Ginger Andy now? He's down the back straight, and it's all going to come down. It's all going to come down to whether when Ginger Andy comes in, will Corza stay out and try to set a fast lap and see if he can get in before Ginger Andy comes around again?
Yeah, so is he going to come in this time around? He is. In.
He is. In comes the leader of the race. Now, will Corza follow or will he stay out? Should I stay or should I go? He's asking. He's going to come in. You what, mate? He's going to stay. He's going to come in. Matthew is. They're all coming in. They're all coming in. So it's all getting a bit wet for them. Flexi, is he in?
Yeah,
yes.
About
Michael Davis is in. It's a bit of a cluster in the pit lane. Bothy Dweller.
In.
Yep, they're all coming. And no, one of them stayed out, I think. Somebody stayed out. I'm not sure who that was.
No, they've all come in.
Well, they're all going for intermediate tyres. Now, it's all going to be able to see. They're all going to have to adapt to the wet conditions. Somebody did stay out, actually. I think it's a lapped car. Osmer Ben Laid stayed out. He's still on super soft tyres.
Well, he's going to be struggling like an absolute dog in that car then, isn't he?
Indeed he is. Maybe he's just trying to unlap himself, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to. Now, it's all going to be down to who can adapt to the conditions the fastest.
It's been an absolute disaster for Nicola. He's gone back on the soft tyres, so what's going on there?
He's obviously made a mistake with his tyre selection. The team have made a mistake and put him on the soft tyre. He's going to have to come back in again. It's going to drop him even further down the field. He's going to have to come in again for intermediate tyres. What a disaster for the Renault team. What a mess up.
Renault down, run on top of the world.
Yep, that's usually the way it goes in Formula 1. Anything can happen in Formula 1, and it usually does, as we've seen there. But now, Corza is within sight of Andy there, actually. So they are on the same straightaway, almost.
Indeed, that's a Force India in between them.
That is Osmer Ben Laid. And he's going to have to come in. He's going to have to come in this lap on if he's on super softs. You can see the spray already come out. Oh, you've got to be careful there. If you spin the tyres on the grass and the wet, it will spit you out. But you can see the spray beginning to form.
Yep, well, because he's out on the track, means DRS is still technically active then.
Yes, it is. As you can see on the Red Bull, it was still active.
Problem.
So race control haven't deactivated the DRS just yet because somebody is still out on dry tyres. That is why. So until they all
comes in this lap. Yes.
Yes, he does. So DRS. Well, I would assume in heavy rain conditions, I would assume. Well, it'd always be a certainty that DRS would be disabled. But will the rain pick up enough for them to go to wets?
Yeah, that is the crucial question then. A locking up car then, that was Lukey locking up, gets away with it there.
Further down the order.
Not much looking to go off. There's actually a battle in the pit lane actually. Who is that? And a Ferrari then.
Ferrari, that'll be.
That's one of the back cars.
Yeah, Nicolo's the Renault team have managed to figure it out. They put him on intermediates. And Luke is in 14th. Well, we'll go back up through the field. Dirty Apex Hunter 13th. Ritson is now 12th. Rinka is 12th. He's just pitted for a set of intermediates in the McLaren Honda. Jacko is 10th. Sirlane is 9th. And there's a little battle going on there. Well, I think, is that for position?
That's a lap car.
That's a lapped car. That is Osmer Ben Laid. He's going to chuck it up the inside of him. He's got to be careful there. So, lapped car is thinking he's quicker. Audio Gorilla 8th. Bothy Dweller 7th. Michael Davis is now 6th. Flexi 5th. EFC Matthew 4th. Yuwat is 3rd. Corza is 2nd. And Ginger Andy leads this race. And
with only 8 laps, no, 12 laps to go.
And Corza's caught him slightly. He's pulling slight gaps each time. And the spray is becoming more and more intense each time we go around.
Yeah, so could there be chance for the heavy wets? We'll find out in due course, but it's definitely looking that way so far, isn't it?
Definitely, and I think, yeah, Corza's definitely closing on him. Of course, we aren't going to see whoever was fastest lap the last time out. I think with Michael Davis will get fastest lap today because he set the time in the dry. And obviously, unless you are some sort of superhuman, you can't go faster in the wet than you can in the dry. Well,
5.4 is the gap so far. 5.384 there on our timing screen so far without update. So very close then. So that Red Bull not looking comfortable in the wet, is it?
No, he's definitely dropped back from Corza, and Corza, Looks like he's settling into the conditions very well. So does Andy. Of course, they're just having to readjust their lines a little bit. You'll see a wet line start to form. And you can definitely see the rain is definitely picked up. As we ride on board with Andy, it is streaming along the car very quickly indeed. You can see the spray coming off the tyres there. I think we could see a switch to the wets.
Indeed, I 100% agree. The wet tyres surely coming into their own in a few laps, probably by lap 18 to 19. We could see those wet tyres. We know how absolutely this weather does pick up on this game, don't we?
Indeed we do, and of course, if Andy manages to hold on, he will be the 4th different winner this year.
Yes, he has to hold off. He's causing, he was having a bit of twitch on the exit, pulling away now from the Red Bull.
So,
and then the Williams following suit.
Yeah, we've had one win for Paul McGuinness, one win for Corey, and one win, of course, for Aidan Griffiths, as far as I can see.
Yep, that was the winner last time around in the Ferrari.
So, Andy's looking for his one, looking for his turn, and right now he's doing just about enough to hold on.
Indeed, surprising no safety cars so far in this race. We'd have thought there'd been an accident. Of course, we did have that kind of start line bunching up, but luckily the drivers keeping out of the way of each other just enough not to have a horrible accident.
A few yellow flags here and there, but no, not even
terrible race.
Not even a virtual safety car, but Ritson, indeed, yeah, he's not been on it today. He is within sight of the points, but he doesn't look comfortable in the wet conditions here. He was very, very tentative coming out of that corner there, and got to be careful getting on those curbs. Careful not to use them too much because they will spin you out without any mercy at all.
Indeed, of course. Referring that to, of course, it was, who was it who had that accident? The Giovinazzi, wasn't it?
Antonio Giovinazzi, indeed.
Horrible accident. Twice, actually, didn't he? He did it in quali and the race there, proving inexperience.
Yep, indeed. Well, we have just about 9 laps to go. Well, sorry, 10 laps to go next time around.
And Ginger Andy comfortably ahead by about a 5.1 seconds. So he's coming down lap by lap, slowly, but not close enough, I don't think, so far to make him move, unless there's been unless it's a problem to get overtaken.
But the rain,
isn't it?
Yeah, but the rain, when you ride on board, you can definitely see it's picking up now. You can definitely see the spray has definitely increased tenfold off the cars. So once the track gets wet enough, I could definitely see, perhaps in the dying moments, someone may decide to switch to the wet tyres.
Yeah, well, talking about things going on, Flexi is actually catching
Matthew,
the Williams there quite quickly.
I was just on board with him there. I was just about to note that. But he is catching. This is for 4th place. Got a podium last time out. He started on pole in Austria, did Flexi, or otherwise known as Sam. And he does have a podium at the end. Tense battle between Michael Davis and Aidan Griffiths at the front of the pack, but he's now fighting for more points for a 4th place finish. And we have 3 different manufacturers in 1, 2 and 3 at the moment. One Renault, 1 Mercedes and 1 Red Bull.
Indeed, so great to see now. Unlike the other race we had earlier on, the Force Indias all struggling. This time around they are doing a fine job and shining in the rain here, in the mildly damp conditions here. Well, a bit more than mildly, could say the least, Len.
I wouldn't call it damp. It's a bit wet now is what I'd say.
It's a very soggy British afternoon, if you would put it, but we're in China, so I can't really use that analogy. Locking up there, that's Matthew. Now get away with that just about, I think. No, saying that, does lose a few turns now. This will put slipstream and all in the hands of on Flex, so you can get this exit done.
Has DRS been disabled? I'm pretty sure it has. Let's watch the rear wing flap. I believe it's closed. Yeah, DRS disabled.
Yep, you think so. Now, let's see. Is he going to try ducking out of the toe then? Perhaps to see if there's any clean air there.
He's definitely close.
There is. No cigar yet. well, it's 5 seconds now, so it's retaining the same gap now between those two. Bit of a twitch then from Matthew on the exit of that corner. Doing a good job. So if you're wondering who is leading this race and who is where, so Ginger Andy leads this race after doing a great strategy on that car, starting from 13th, currently leads. Causa is second from pole then, and then, of course, they're going to drop down. Watt is in third. Matthew from 6th is now 4th. Lexi remains where he is. Michael Davis has had a terrible start then, dropping down a few positions. Buffy, 7th, remains where he is. Audio Gorilla, however, has jumped an entire 10 positions from where he started, so great stuff from him. So Lion is in 9th, Jacko 10th, and I think that's with Richard actually battling.
That's Richard, this is for points.
And is there something going on up front? No, that's just the game glitching out a little bit there.
Well, Richard, this is for points between the Sauber and the Mercedes. Of course, Michael Davis dropped down because there was contact between the man we're looking at right now, and that is Ritson. So it is a battle. Now, of course, we're on equal cars. You'd never really see this battle in real life between a Sauber and a Mercedes, but we're up for seeing it.
We can see Sauber and a Mercedes battling together. Kind of 2012-esque there, isn't it? Mercedes and
almost, yeah,
Sauber.
Almost. You see the difference in the line Ritson takes. He takes a bit of a wider entry. Just to see if he can get the tyres cooled down, because they get very heated if it gets too dry on that line. So he's looking for a way past. Meanwhile, up front, no changes as of yet. But this is for the final points paying position, and he desperately needs this. Oh, I think there was contact.
Flexi even got a Williams in. So is
that's Matthew.
This
is for full wets, surely. I would say. Let's have a look. Is this Matthew in? It is. Let's keep an eye on the Force India team. What do they go for? Or is it another set of inters?
Wets.
It's another set of. It is another set of inters. It's another. Yeah, they wear out very quickly. So another set of inters. So could we see the leader and the guy in second pit because the gap's now 4.7 seconds. But there is only 22, 23, 24,
6.5 laps.
Yeah, 6.5 laps to go. So do they take the risk or do they stay out?
Someone saying
ignore that. Ignore that.
Yeah. What's going on there in the chat?
Yeah. Well, they're cheering on Andy up front. The gap now 4.5 seconds. Can he hold on for his first victory this year?
And that is the Red Bull. That'll be me getting lapped in a few moments then.
So,
and that's the other Red Bull having a massive tank slapper through the corner. Keeps it that on. That was on the grass. Very old mistake from him.
That was you.
No, that was on board with the other Red Bull.
Oh, I thought it was the one getting lapped. Never mind then.
No, I was on board with you, what, mate, into the long right-hander behind these two, getting very sideways, keeping it on the track.
But if Andy if he pulls this off, it'll be a masterclass strategy. In comes you what? So he's in as well. Hits the gravel actually on the way in. The rain's heavy. The rain is very heavy. So I wouldn't be surprised if someone decides to go on wet tyres and gamble it. Well, let's have a look as we go in, and it is another set of intermediate tyres for the Red Bull team.
Indeed, so very interesting then. And they got a Haas in as well, that's in the background. That is Michael Davis. Now, what's he going to do? That's McLaren coming out of the pits.
It's going to be intermediates for the Haas team.
That'll be Audio Gorilla in as well.
Yes, and let's have a look at what he's going to put on. That now, I hope he's not putting super softs on. Yeah, it's inters because of.
Yep, floating super softs. That very interesting glitch then from the game.
So now we're going to go back to the battle for the lead because I believe the gap's coming down. It's 3.3 seconds now, so I believe Andy's starting to struggle. The tyres perhaps going off because it's very easy to make a mistake, and if you get knocked out of your rhythm, the weather can bite. He is a Scotsman, of course, so the weather's probably very similar to what he usually gets. But of course, Corey, I think, is English. Let's have a quick look at that, actually. Let's have a Just make sure of that. Yeah. Also, it's always the Brits up front because they get this weather quite often.
Yeah, thanks for saying that. I was saying though, it's actually been beautifully. Actually, we're in the middle of a heat wave in Britain. Actually,
Same.
right now.
So it's really hot right now.
So
but
it's like 7,000 degrees basically.
Yep. So there's now 6 laps to go. Next time around, does Corza come in? No, he doesn't. This puts Bothy Dweller to 3rd, by the way.
Yeah, incredible. I was about to note that there going through. 3rd place for the Manor, so this could be a great podium for the Manor squad then. I don't think I've been doing too well, although don't quote me if I'm wrong.
So, Bothy Dweller, he's doing very well. He started 7th, I believe.
Yep,
so obviously, about, so there's been a mistake actually. Uwat obviously was losing time to Bothy, and lost the position in the pit lane.
Yeah, well, as just going back to this, people saying perhaps Andy's tyres are going off now, and that is a very big possibility, isn't it?
It is. Now the gap's retaining, so perhaps Corey's are going off as well.
Indeed, very contradicting strategies going on. Very interesting, amazing. We don't have to know who's going to win this race. It's looking like it could be Andy. Though the Mercedes following. Let's see. Is it going to get right? Is it going to get heavier though? That's the great question. It's looking. The clouds are becoming black.
Yeah, it's getting heavier. The track's becoming more and more saturated each lap we go by. So we'll have 5 laps to go this time around. 3.1 seconds the gap between Corey and his 2nd win of the season. But of course this is good for Corey's championship anyway, because it will extend his lead in the championship. He's leading by 7 points. Of course, well, Michael Davis, his nearest rival, is down in 7th with Matthew actually. So he needs all the points he can get. So it's going to end up being an extended championship for Corey if he stays where he is, or could he somehow get himself in front? Andy stays out. Corey stays out.
Everyone on lows intermediates. Of course, the only retirement of this race so far is the mighty Green Lemon after his very interesting problem he had earlier on.
I believe Michael Davis is looking for a way past the Williams here.
Yeah.
I don't think,
but
not close enough.
We were willing Andy to keep it clean and keep it on that island. I think he is going to be trying to do that as much as he possibly can. Can Renault score a surprising out of nowhere win then? They
What's
haven't
the
been
gap?
that good.
2.7 seconds, the gap. Corey is pulling 2.5 this time around. So he's pulling time ever so slightly each time around.
You know, back to our little battle between the Haas and the Williams, looking very close then. Coming into turn number 1 and into 2 they go, so it's closing. And it'll be interesting to see who is going to be overtaking.
So it's 5 laps to go, it's still not over. And this is the same kind of situation last time around in Austria, just in the dry. Very contrasting conditions here today though.
Yep, people saying, is it getting darker?
No, it is getting darker. It is definitely getting darker. Yep. So could we see... Well, I don't think they're going to switch to wets now, because it's a bit too close to the race end. But...
No, we've seen what happens when people don't pit, of course. Very big mistakes, and I think we've seen in other races as well, of course.
I believe...
Marduk's races in the past, not pitting doesn't end well.
I believe Bothy Dweller did pit. So he's dropped down the order back down to where he started in 7th. That puts Uwat back to 3rd. And Flexi, who I believe is catching him in 4th.
Yeah. The gap retaining the same between 6th and 5th.
The gap has come down again between Corey and Andy. It is 2.3 seconds.
Indeed. A bit of a lock-up for Matthew down the back, and that's going to put him more in close there, but gets a good exit though, so the mechanical grip off the Williams, unlike real life, surprising in the rain, isn't it?
Yeah, Michael Davis have a good slipstream down here though.
It's a bad exit there. Now let's see what's going to go on here into turn number 1. Is he close enough? I don't think so. And no, he slots behind. Saying that, tries to punch a hole through.
It's a long corner, so you can make a move halfway through if you'd like. But I think he's going to hold on for now. 2.2 the gap between Corza and Andy. I don't think it's coming down quick enough. I'm not sure though. But I think Andy might just have enough in hand. If he keeps it clean, I think he's just got enough in hand to hold off Corey.
And Michael Davis is going to go to the outside then. This is going to be interesting. Is he going
in the wet tyres?
Surely not.
He's
backed out, surely.
Yeah, yes. He's backed out and cut back to the outside of the other next corner.
Oh, he's going to try around the outside. Look at this, trying there. Can he dive?
And he's done it. I think he's going to do it.
He can.
Oh, just about lovely stuff from Michael Davis. Stunning, stunning move. Now, of course, that was easily done. Well, of course, I say it can be easily done from the comfort of a country box.
He's up off the grass.
Now, I think that's a bit ridiculous, if I'm honest. That's going to be an illegal overtake in my eyes, because he's just cut the corner completely.
Indeed, well, he's going to come back and he's going to be absolutely furious about that one, and surely he's going to dive for it in the slipstream. Here we go. This is now going to become personal between these two.
Here he comes. We're riding on the rear. Expect the dive from Michael Davis. Nope, he's going to back out of it. But that move was lovely because he found the grip on the outside where it was wetter, so the tyre could get a little bit more grip than the guy up front. But what a sensational move from Michael Davis, and probably ruined by the stupid move, in my opinion, of Matthew. Because that was on the grass, and I just mention the gap has extended between Corey and Andy, so I think he's just done enough to stay ahead with 3 laps to go.
Michael Davis has not had enough of this guy. He is going to be livid, isn't he, right now, in that cockpit? I don't imagine what words he's thinking, but he's going to try and come back either way.
Maybe he might do the same thing again.
And people are saying I'm penalising that, but I'm saying that's completely right there. It's surely for any illegal
surely
overtake.
that was not even an attempt at an overtake. He completely missed the corner.
He completely locked the rears up low, so we have to say, though, what happened to the rears? He was braking, all of a sudden he switched, so lucky he didn't crash into the side of him, isn't it?
But he didn't let him back through again, so...
Yeah, that's the only problem.
That's the problem. So Michael Davis had his lovely move a little bit ruined by a dumb move, but... Michael Davis, he's shown what he can do, so let's see if he can do it again somehow.
Yep, gap now 3 seconds. So, is there a problem from not Ginger Andy? Is that a problem for Ryan Corza? It's opening up rapidly.
I would assume his tyres have gone. So he's trying too hard, and the tyres are just screaming, "No, stop!" Michael Davis not quite close enough this time.
Chat getting extremely angry about that overtake there from the Williams, and rightly so that. And that's going to be a interesting discussion. He's gone deep. That's gone extremely deep, isn't he?
Definitely gone too deep. 10-second penalty. We've heard from race control. 10-second penalty for EFC Matthew Ford and a legal overtake on Michael Davis. So he will get 5th. Anyway, Michael Davis
gets spun off. Well, there's a problem. So, what is the gap for the cars? It's about 10 seconds, isn't it? Actually, so this will be extremely interesting then.
So Michael Davis, I think he went a little bit deep there. He's going shallow, is Michael Davis, looking for a way past. Oh, he's hit the back of him slightly there, so he's not happy with him. He's just telling him, "Get a move on, mate." Stick with the. I think there might be a little bit going on in 3rd. No, the gaps extend a little bit there, and this is Andy lapping his teammate. When one falls, the other rises.
These two still together, though, with only a lap and a bit to go, though it is all looking like Andy's going to score an amazing win then, isn't he?
And to be our 4th different winner this season. Incredible stuff. Michael Davis still hasn't found a way past Luke, but Andy will be going on to his final lap in the meantime, as we watch this amazing battle unfold. Now, of course, Michael Davis has already inherited 5th as of the steward's decision, but it'll be nice to see a little battle anyway from the man who came 2nd last time out.
We'll have a slipstream, we'll have the toe down this straight. He's got a good exit low on the exit. You can see the Williams has got mechanically good, isn't it?
It is good on that. Perhaps And there is Matthew going over to the right-hand side,
We've got a
perhaps to cool
Mercedes, and the Mercedes has got a puncture!
Puncture for Corey,
then.
and in he comes. It's all gone horribly wrong. He's pushed those tyres too hard. The left front has punctured. That's going to give you what? Second, and on the final lap as well, that'll give Flexi third as well. Ginger Andy can't believe his luck. It's a puncture for Corey. What an unbelievable story at the end of the race. Andy, I think, is punching the air already in his car.
Well, we'll see, Lo. What can his tyres do? His tyres are even older. Is there going to be a problem for him?
Perhaps let's keep an eye on him. We've seen it before at Silverstone earlier in the year. Puncture on the last lap for a guy. Let's not curse him, but...
Oh, it's almost contacted turn number 1. And here comes the Haas trying to the outside. And again, he's going to get forced off. And they hit again.
It's going to be an inherited position for Michael Davis anyway. This is for 4th position now, actually. So Michael Davis will get 4th here. But keeping an eye on Andy. He's coming through the final little section here. He's just gone past the second split there. He's just got to nurse those tyres to the end. And we're seeing that Andy actually has a wheel, so his tyre will be slightly better. And that is true. He's made it through the final sector. He's coming down the main straight. He can relax a little bit now, but he's just got to make sure he gets his braking right and he can get that car turned into the last little section. He's going to become our 4th different winner this season. What an incredible story it's going to be. We'll go back to that battle in a second, but coming through the final section of corners is the Renault of Andy. He's done an incredible strategy here today. He'll come through the final corner, gets it turned in. He's done enough. Andy wins in Shanghai. What an incredible win for the Renault. He's done it. 4th different winner this season for the Renault team. Fantastic.
I'm expecting it's going to be an interesting argument here. Here comes the Haas this time. Now, is he going to be close enough this time? He's in the toe, and I'm expecting a dive bomb.
I'm expecting a dive bomb of the century from Michael Davis. There's a yellow flag in this sector. There's a yellow flag. So he's not going to be able to overtake. There's a Renault off. There's a Renault off there. So he's not going to be able to...
He's hit the wall. Now, what's happened there?
He can't overtake. So he's going to get 4th anyway. But...
He'll get 4th.
Yeah, so yellow flag couldn't overtake underneath it. So it's going to be 4th for Michael Davis, and Matthew's going to drop down the order a little bit now because of his rather puzzling move, in my opinion. But let's go back to Nico. What's happened to him? He's hit the wall.
Now
he's crawling across the line. He's crawling out to the line here. Front wing gone on the car. Well, it's got a damaged front wing anyway. It could be a puncture. It's a puncture, it looks like, on the front left. Yeah, it is. A lot of people suffer
from hitting the wall.
3 punctures we've had in this session. Yeah, front left is gone and almost out of fuel actually.
Yeah, Jacko crossing the line to finish 9th, and let's see who is going to get that last point. I think it's Ritson, is it not? No, it's not. So Ritson doesn't get. Oh my God!
Ritson has not got points here today.
Yes, and Fury has slammed the wall heavily.
So we'll have there will be we'll see the leaderboard, of course, and we'll be able to confirm all those places for you. But Oscar Bin Laden is going to come across the line in 16th position. Yeah, and there is your confirmation. Andy wins for the 4th different winner this season. One stop strategy. You what comes 2nd, Flexi 3rd, Matthew 4th, Michael Davis 5th, Corza 6th only after that. Audio Gorilla 7th, Bothy Dweller is in 8th, Jacko 9th, and Sir Lane gets the final point. Ritson only manages 12th after all of that. But incredible stuff from Ginger Andy. He only made a 1 stop, and he started 13th.
I know, incredible. And also, didn't wait, fitness. Where did the other McLaren finish? Who started
Audio Gorilla, props to him as well. He started 18th and he still finished in 7th. So great stop, 2-stop strategy for him.
Cars overtaken, so incredible.
So incredible stuff. Corey blowing a tyre on the final lap and has ruined his race chances. He still managed to get points, but what does that give for the championship? Michael Davis finished in front of him. So does that mean that the championship has become even closer? And does that even mean Michael Davis has gone in front of the championship, perhaps? It's very interesting indeed. But what another fantastic race from ILR1. There will be some discussions and penalties applied for some people, of course. But next time we will be heading to Monza. So let's see what the Ferraris can do next time out. So from us here in the commentary box for ILR1, have a good day, and we'll see you next race.
Ta-ra.